Hey guys, it's Crystal from What Was Mommy Thinking? I'm so glad that you're with me today. I have gotten some great feedback on grocery hauls and menu plans from previous videos that I wanted to address today. So if you're new to meal planning or you want to learn how, this is the place, and I'm so glad you're here, so stick around. Okay guys, I've had some amazing feedback, and that feedback is that there's a lot of people that want to learn how to menu plan and meal plan, but they don't know how or they don't know where to start, and it's something that they're really interested in and they'd like to know more about it. So without having too much information to go on, I had to decide, gosh, that'd be a really cool video, but how do I do that without knowing what grocery stores you have access to and what you might already have in your pantry or fridge or freezer at home, because that's the first thing we do, guys. We shop home. So with that being said, I thought what I would do as a first run in this little experiment of mine is to do a weekly grocery plan with not much out of the fridge, pantry, or freezer. Just do it from scratch. And I had to challenge myself to do it for a family and to do it in a healthy way. So not a lot of junk, not a lot of processed food, trying to keep it healthy, trying to make enough food so there would be leftovers and incorporate fresh fruits and fresh vegetables. And it was harder than I thought it would be. So if you're on an extremely tight grocery budget, this probably isn't the right meal plan for you, but with some parameters, I would love to do another video. So let me give a couple of disclaimers. If you don't like to cook, you don't know how to cook, please don't try and take on something like this all at once because it'll be too overwhelming. If you eat out 5, 6, 7 days a week and you never ever meal plan or cook at home, please again, don't try and take all this on at once. Let's do something small. Maybe pick one day that you're gonna cook and eat at home and maybe have leftovers for lunch the following day. And once you're really comfortable with that, then move it up to 2 days a week and eventually build yourself up to where you're cooking more at home than you are eating out. And then eventually, if it's a goal for you, get to the point where you're hardly ever eating out. So there's an entire spectrum of possibilities with meal planning, but if you want to learn where to start and how to start, then maybe today's video will have a little bit of information that might help you there. We're going to cover things like what you're going to need, the tools you're going to need to meal plan, and really it's just paper and pencil or pen and some internet accessibility or some grocery store ads and your brain. And if you're not used to doing this, make sure that you give yourself enough time and that you give yourself a peace and quiet type of spot, and it wouldn't hurt to have a cup of coffee or a cup of tea with you as you sit down and do this. There are so many benefits to meal planning. It's financially good for you. It's good for your financial health. It's good for your physical health because you can eat better and you can prepare meals for your family. And it also keeps you at home together more, maybe even eating at the dinner table as a family. So let's dive in. The first thing that we're going to cover are different ways that you can write it down, track it, develop a grocery list, and then we're going to go into some grocery ads and look at them and see what we can find on sale and how we shop sales when we don't have anything at home to start with. So I kind of based this off of like if I were going on vacation, don't I wish, to somewhere. We had a rental and I needed a week's worth of breakfast, lunch, and dinner to get us through, but I didn't want to spend more money than I had to. So let's see how it goes and we'll jump right in. So we're going to move over here to my desk, and now that I've given you a few pointers for starting meal planning and menu planning, if you're still up for the challenge, then let's talk about some of the different ways that you can write it down, gather your thoughts, make your lists, all of those amazing things. So I'm going to share with you guys a few of the things that I'm either currently using or I have used in the past, and I will explain each one. So if you've watched my grocery haul videos and meal plans, then you have definitely seen this. So this is the Happy Planners weekly menu plan with a grocery list on the side. I use this in my classic size Frankenplan Happy Planner. And then on the back, you can continue that grocery list. And I love the fact that it has a place for your snacks and your quick bites, and then your recipe and meal prep. This has become my favorite part of this little sheet, just because it also leaves me the room to write my Weight Watchers points on it, or how many servings of it I make. And so I am really enjoying this sheet. And then I just use some of the stickers out of the Happy Planner recipe book to kind of decorate it, and it just makes me happy. So there's that one. For years, and I do mean probably for several years, my go-to meal planner was Carrie L. It's Carrieelle. My mom would buy this for me every year as a birthday gift or Christmas gift because it was my absolute favorite meal planner. And if I was using a separate meal planner outside of my Franken planner, then I would have never ever stopped using Carrie L. For the longest time, I used the printable version of her planner, and that's what this is. So I'm going to take one out for you because I've got them in these sheet protectors because I printed a bunch of them, and I used a little bit thicker paper when I printed them. But this is a very, very good weekly menu with your grocery list on the side. And if you buy her spiral bound planner, then this part of the sheet is perforated and you can just rip it off and take it to the grocery store with you. Because I used the printable version, and you can see it was hole punched here for my planner that I used at the time, I would just cut the grocery list off with a pair of scissors, keep this in my planner, take my grocery list and go to the grocery store, and I used this religiously. So my mom did start buying me the spiral bound, and I used that forever until I started doing the Happy Planner one. A couple of the cool features in the Carrie L are that she has these gatherings pages where, like, if you're having a party or something along those lines, it breaks it down into appetizers and side dishes, main courses, desserts, drinks, kids, and supplies, and you still have a list over on the side. I keep forgetting about it being in a sheet protector. I'm really sorry, y'all. Alright, so that's probably a better shot for you. So whatever the event is, you put that at the top. What you're going to serve for appetizers, side dishes, main course, desserts, drinks, kids, and supplies. There's always a little notes section at the bottom of all of her pages, and I love this feature. Great for planning like birthday parties and things like that. And then she had these notes pages. So it was just a place to jot down reminders, notes, anything you wanted, and this was also in the planner. So if you buy the printable version of her planner, I believe that you still get all of these things plus any new features. I haven't used the printable in a very, very long time. I still have a few pages left in my spiral bound. If I ever stop using or get tired of the Happy Planner one, I will go right back into my Carrie L spiral bound. Another method I have used is back before I used Happy Planner. There was a period when I was actually using these printables that I used the In the Leafy Treetops Mom Who Knows planner. You may have heard this planner on Jordan Page's channel or over at She's in Her Apron, but I used the printable version of it because I needed a larger planner. And so in that planner, every single month, at the end of the month, you get these pages. And so these pages help you meal plan weeks 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. There's a little grocery list over on the right hand side of the second page, and you plan out your entire month's worth of meals. And I used this planner and printed it out and put it in my little binder that I had for probably 4 or 5 years with the Carrie L printable, and this worked really, really well for me. I loved being able to see the whole month at a glance, and also it helped me, like if I needed to move a meal around or switch things around, then I was able to do that. Lastly, I want to talk to you about the very first thing that I ever used to menu plan and meal plan: a notepad. It can be notebook paper, it can be spiral notebook paper. I literally found this notepad in the back of the binder that I kept this planner in, and it's just a notepad. So what I thought I would do is show you what a blank page looks like, and then what I would do if I were going to be meal planning on this paper is something just this simple. At the top, I've got a column for what's happening today. Is there practice, choir practice, church, a sporting event? Do we need to go visit somebody in the hospital? Do we need to drop food off to somebody else? Is my husband working later out of town? Whatever's happening that day that could impact any of the meals that day, I always had that first because that helped me when I was going to plan. I am a Monday week starter. I like to start my planning, both meal planning and regular planning, on a Monday. I like my Saturday and Sunday together down at the weekend. I usually write them in a different color. So on this week, we would definitely be putting like that it's Valentine's Day here. I allow a little space for breakfast, a little bit more for lunch, and the biggest space for dinner. And then down at the bottom, I've got all of this room to write snacks, meal prep, or grocery list. And this is just notebook paper, y'all. It's just basic notebook paper. This worked for me for about the first 6 or 7 years that I was married. This worked just fine. So those are some of the different ways that you can track and that you can write it all down. Now I'm going to take you guys off of the tripod, and I'm going to apologize in advance that I don't have the software that allows me to be on the bottom part of the screen and record what's going on my computer, but I am going to take the camera over and show you my computer screens. And I'm so sorry that it's going to be a little grainy and not the clearest, but I want to show you the steps that I take when I'm deciding to meal plan. Okay guys, let's flip over there. So this is where we're going to start. We're going to start on the Kroger website on the computer. If you go up to the menu, let me track over there, and you pick weekly ad, it's right over here, you can see their entire weekly ad. Right below that tends to be anything that they're running on specials or deals. So right now they're doing their buy 5, save 5 mega event, and you can click on this and see all of those items. But before we do that, let's just take a peek at their ad. It's going to ask me which ad I want to see. So I'd like to see the one for this week. And there it is. Let me see if I can back up just a little bit for you guys. And as you can see, there's some really bright lettering used and colors used, and this is to draw your attention. Now, full disclosure, I tend to look at the front page more intently than any other part of the ad. Here's why. See this right up here? If I click on details, you'll be able to see there's a digital coupon for everybody. You don't have to have anything special, where you can get cereal for 99 cents a box, and it's normally $2.49 a box, and you can use this coupon up to 5 times. So you can literally see where it says 5 right there, up to 5 times. You can get 5 boxes of cereal for 99 cents a piece. They have to be the Post brand, and they have to fit within this criteria, their normal price being $2.49. That's a great deal. Down here, you've got boneless beef brisket. You've got avocados for 77 cents. You've got green seedless grapes for 97 cents a pound. Ribeye steaks for $5.77 a pound. But right here is something I want to draw your attention to. You have fresh, which means not frozen, Heritage Farm drumsticks, thighs, or whole fryers. So you can get chicken drumsticks, chicken thighs, or an entire chicken for 97 cents a pound. That's a pretty good deal. That is something that we definitely want to keep in mind and hold on to. As we get down towards the bottom, it's some of those mega event items, and the cheese right here is of note to me, but butter is also of note, but I tend to not like to pay more than $1.99 for a pound of butter because you can find it on sale for that quite frequently. And we tend to try and stay away from as much of the processed stuff as possible. But if you don't have some of the diet restrictions that we have in our family, these tend to be really good deals if you make your kids homemade Lunchables, things of that nature, because you can usually find a paper coupon to stack with this sale. So as you can see, you could spend quite a bit of time going through the circular or the sale ad, whatever you want to call it, and really finding the deals that work for you. I am one of those people that I tend to, after I've looked at that front page, I'm going to pop up here and I'm going to see what sales they have going on. So this buy 5 save 5 is always something that I'm interested in. And I'm going to go here where it says shop and save, and you can shop all savings or shop all. I'm just going to give that a click. And if you scroll all the way to the bottom, let's see, that didn't work. Let's go back one. Shop all savings. Let's see if that's it. Yeah, so it's breaking it down into categories for you that you can pick from. Here's frozen foods, here's grocery. Let's just choose grocery. Maybe we're not in the market for so many frozen foods. And as you can see, they have a regular price like this of $3.69, then they have a sale price of $3.29. But if you look right up top there, it's going to tell you that they are part of the buy 5 save 5, buy 5 or more save $1 each. And see this little green link right here that says coupon? If you click on that, it's going to open up the Cheetos and you're going to be able to see that it's on sale. It's part of that special promotion. And in addition to that, there's a coupon. Like my coupon, I've clipped it. If it wasn't clipped, it would look like that. So you clip it, click more details, and it just says, my best customer bonus, I get a free bag of Cheetos. No minimum purchase, no strings attached. That comes with using your card. Not everybody gets the same best customer bonus. So let's find another example. How about we scroll down and look at Heinz tomato ketchup. So a 38-ounce bottle of ketchup for $2.99 minus the $1, making it $1.99. That's a pretty good deal. So you get the idea. These are a staple at my house. These Olay Extreme Wellness Wraps. $2.99 for 8 of them makes them $1.99 for 8 of them, which is a really, really good deal. The turkey bacon right next to it, the Oscar Mayer, you get 12 ounces of turkey bacon for what a final price would be of $2.49. As you can see here at the bottom, there are 15 pages of specials just in grocery alone. Another thing that I like to do when I'm looking at the sales is I will open a second window on my computer and I will go to the Walmart site. I will pick up delivery and I will compare prices. If I find something at Kroger that I think is a really good deal, I'll hop over to the Walmart site and I'll hop over to the Walmart site and I will look and see what their price is for it before I purchase or put it in my cart at Kroger. Alright, so now that we have a bit of an idea of how to look at the circulars, let's talk about how you use this information. Alright, y'all. So this is a Word document that I just threw a table into. We're going to run through it kind of quickly, but you can always take a screenshot or you can message me questions if you want. But these are some of the things that I noticed when I went through the ad that caught my eye as being really good deals. I like to categorize them and group them together. So you see here I've got meat and lunch meat, breakfast dairy, deli dairy, more dairy, produce, and then a few things out of the grocery aisles. I wrote down how many I thought I would need to make a meal plan for a week, what the price per unit was, whether there was a sale or a coupon associated with it, if there was a paper coupon, so if you had paper coupons or store coupons, and then what the final price should be. The blue is for Kroger, and I'll show you Walmart in a second, and I do it in yellow. But realistically, we could do 3 different dinners out of chicken, drumsticks, thighs, or a whole fryer. It wouldn't matter. My family really likes the chicken drumsticks with certain things. They like thighs a certain way, and I'll get into that. And then I threw in this like splurge dinner, right? A Nolan Ryan Angus boneless chuck roast, 4 pounds of chuck roast for $16. Now that is an expensive meal, but that's a Sunday supper. So I kind of approach this from the standpoint of, if we were going to someone else's house for a week or on a vacation for a week and I didn't have anything in my pantry or my fridge, what would I do shopping the circulars to save as much money as I could to come up with a week's worth of meals? So I've got some Applewood smoked turkey, Smithfield ham, or you could buy the Land of Frost for a little bit less money. You get more meat. The turkey bacon, some almond breeze almond milk, the ultra thin slices from Sargento. You could also get their regular cheese. Those are on sale, buy one get one free. Some Greek yogurt spinach dip, some Jell-O, some Greek Gods yogurt for some parfaits or some yogurt cups, some buttermilk biscuits, just 1 can because you don't want to overdo there, right y'all? And some Land O'Lakes butter, 1 pound. I know I told you I don't like to spend more than $1.99, but if I didn't already have it in stock in my house or I was going on vacation, this would be I would be okay with the $2.49. Some grapes, some avocado, some reduced fat wheat thins to go with that yummy spinach dip, some Velveeta shells and cheese for a splurge, and then look, there's some Kraft barbecue sauce to do barbecue chicken. There's some Kraft salad dressing, and you could pick whichever flavor you want. It ends up being 99 cents a bottle. The barbecue sauce ends up being 49 cents a bottle. You've got Sweet Baby Ray's wing sauce that ends up being $1.79 a bottle. So we could buffalo some drumsticks and have that for supper. We could barbecue a whole chicken or some drumsticks and thighs and have that with that macaroni and cheese. And then down here I've got some P.F. Chang's teriyaki sauce. My family loves teriyaki chicken thighs. That would make a wonderful meal. It's $1.99 for a whole bottle. Those Extreme Wellness wraps are a staple at our house. I did add that post cereal deal. And then thinking of my sweet friend Marlene at Snow Gardener 307, every time I see multi-meal bag cereal, I think of her. It is on sale for $1.99 for that big old bag of cereal, so I just had to throw it in there. And then Krusty's Buttermilk Protein Pancake Mix. It is a little bit healthier pancake mix, and there was a coupon associated with it. When you come over to final price, the things that I didn't include in my meal plan, I just left blank. So there's a couple of those blanks here, and I put what I should be paying here. And you should always know, if you're doing grocery pickup, you should always know what you should expect your receipt to be and pay, so that you don't drive off having not gotten credit for promotions or coupons that you had. Now let's scroll down to Walmart. As I said, when I looked up certain items, I looked up Walmart's prices in comparison to Kroger. Let me move this just a second. Okay, that looks a little bit better. So at Walmart, the eggs were a better deal, the milk was a better deal, some potatoes, a bag, 5-pound bag of potatoes, some romaine salad mix, a bag of apples, some organic bananas, some clementine oranges, some Great Value natural brown long grain rice, a big old 4-cup bag, some less sodium soy sauce, some gravy mix that's less sodium, Hidden Valley Ranch dry dressing mix packet. Now you can buy the Great Value brand here, but I tend not to like it. I like a lot of store brand things, but that's just not one of them. Some pepperoni and some steel cut oats, some spaghetti, some marinara sauce, mild Italian sausage, a pound of lean ground beef, some Texas toast, some frozen berries to make some smoothies with that yummy yogurt we're getting on sale at Kroger, some crinkle cut fries to have with that barbecue chicken, some sugar snap pre-stir fry to go with those teriyaki chicken thighs, some corn, and some broccoli to go as sides with our dinners. Now that I've shown you guys this, I'm going to take a different angle with the camera to show you guys what my weekly meal plan would be for breakfast, lunches, and dinners, and what my cost ended up being. Let's see what I came up with here. So I did write all of the dinners in, and I put the breakfast and lunches below, so I'll explain that here in a second. So again, you could switch these nights around. This is just an idea. And if I were choosing less healthy options, or I was choosing to purchase for less people, I did this based on a family of 4. So instead of buying like a pound of chicken per meal, I did 2. And instead of buying a 2-pound roast, I bought a 4-pound roast. So this should give plenty of leftovers, and you don't have to do some of the splurges like the bacon and the avocado and stuff like that. But I thought, well, heck, if we're going to do it, let's do it upright, okay? So for dinner on the first night, you can see here it's barbecue chicken with macaroni and cheese and broccoli. Then a leftovers night, which I decided after I filled it out to kind of move to the bottom. Some teriyaki chicken with stir-fry veggies and brown rice. Some spaghetti with both ground beef and Italian sausage. You could actually separate that out, split that in half, and turn it into 2 separate suppers. Then breakfast for dinner with pancakes, turkey bacon, eggs, and there's those biscuits. Then some buffalo chicken with onion oven fries. And then on Sunday, on Valentine's Day, a sweetheart pot roast with mashed potatoes and corn. And I will include the recipe below that I use for my Mississippi pot roast. And that's why some of those ingredients like the brown gravy mix and the ranch were in there. For breakfast, we've got choices of eggs, oatmeal, cereal, smoothie, fruit, and yogurt. And you can kind of mix and match if you want fruit in your yogurt or whatever you want to use. But we have both frozen and fresh fruit. And then for lunch, we've got some lunch meat for sandwiches or wraps. We've got leftovers from any of our suppers. You've got smoothies, and then you've got a delicious turkey bacon avocado wrap, which are a splurge. So if you didn't want those, you wouldn't have to. And again, this is a lot of food. This is enough food for at least a family of 4, and there should be food left to carry over into the next week. So what did it cost me? What's that final number? Now, if you are on a very tight, strict budget, this probably would not be the perfect meal plan for you. But after all is said and done, at Walmart and Kroger's, that entire week's worth of food, including the yummy, yummy pot roast, was $132.92 with tax. And in my state, tax is 8.25%. All right. And that's it. So if you learned anything or found anything that was helpful at all, please leave it in the comments section below. I absolutely love the feedback that I get from this community, and I would love to do another one of these with whatever grocery stores you have access to. You don't need to leave me where you live or your address. Just tell me kind of what grocery stores you have around. Like, I love Aldi, and I love Aldi's low prices on a lot of things, but not everybody has one. Sam's Club and places you can buy bulk, not everybody has access to that either. I would love to do a meal plan. If somebody sent me like what they have in their pantry, fridge, and freezer, do a meal plan based off of that and the sales in their area. This is something that I really enjoy doing, and I like helping other people learn how to do it. So I'm up for the challenge if anybody wants to jump in with me. Until next time, guys, which will be, oh my goodness, it'll be Monday for my Set Yourself Up for Success during the week. We'll do a little bit of cooking, a little bit of cleaning, and start our week off setting ourselves up so that each day is a little less stressful, a little more successful. I hope that you're having a great weekend. I hope to see you in the next video. And until then, take care, everybody. Bye-bye.